Hello aspiring candidates. In today's video, we will be discussing about how you can register yourself for the Common University Entrance Test Undergraduate 2022 examination, that is CUET UG 2022 examination. So on your screen, you can see the website or the landing page of the cuet.samarth.ac.in, which is the official website of the CUET registration, and here only you can apply your registration form, and you can apply for the examinations which you will be giving for taking admission in these participating universities in the CUET. So on your screen you can see that we have several information about the National Testing Agency. We have about page of National Testing Agency. Apart from it, we have the public notice, news and events, and important dates which you can access for your reference. Then we have some content on the website related to your examination and the guidelines. So first, apart from the home screen, we have the information bulletin is the PDF which you can access to view all the details related to the CUET examination. Here you can find all the contents and the university which are participating in the CUET 2022 UG examination. So once you will scroll down this page, you will be able to see various information, and here you can see the list of abbreviation. In case there are some short forms which are used in the portal or in the in this particular document, you can just go through these abbreviation in case if you are not able to understand what an abbreviation means. Now let's go through the index of the information bulletin. So here in the chapter 1, you can see that it gives us the introduction of the National Testing Agency and the central universities which are participating in CUET, and the role of National Testing Agency in conducting the CUET examination. Now the second chapter includes the examination scheme, wherein you can see the mode of examination, choice of medium of question paper, how you can select your question papers, and the pattern of examination is also discussed in this chapter. And then you have the test subject cover under CUET UG 2022 and the examination scheme and syllabus for the same. Then we have the chapter 3, that is the eligibility criteria. So here it describes all the eligibility criteria which a student should follow to apply for a course in the CUET 2022 UG examination. Then we have the chapter 4, which covers the reservation. So here we have the various reservation which is provided to the candidates related to the social categories or the PWD categories for appearing in the examination. Apart from it, the services of a script can also be seen in this particular chapter. Then we have the chapter 5, which talk about the choice of cities which you will be selecting while selecting your test centers. Then we have chapter 6 for admit cards, chapter 7 for schedule of examination, chapter 8 for important instruction for the candidates, and then we have the chapter 9 which covers the unfair means, practices and breach of examination rules. In case if any of the candidate follows the unfair means for appearing in the examination or filling the forms, so this chapter 9 discuss about all the punishments or the result cancellation, etc., which are the provisions under the unfair means and the practices. Now let's move on to the next chapter. So you have to make sure that you are filling your all the details correctly, and you are verifying the details at each step, so that your application does not consider in the unfair means, or any of this information does not skip from your application form. Now this is the chapter 10, which talks about display of answer keys for challenges. So here, in case if you have any challenge in your answer key and you want to challenge the board for the same, so here chapter 10 talks about the provision related to it. So 10.1 have the display of answer key challenges. Then we have the recorded response, marking scheme of examination, and the use of score of CUET by other organization. Then we have the chapter 11, which covers the scores and admission and the NTA score re-evaluation, rechecking of result, and the admissions. Then we have chapter 12, which talk about test practice centers, and chapter 13 for common service centers and facility centers, and chapter 14 for miscellaneous section like query redressal scheme in the CUET UG 2022 examination. Then it also talk about the correspondence with NTA, weeding out rules, and the legal jurisdiction of the exam. Make sure to go through all of these chapters carefully and read the complete information bulletin before applying for the CUET examination or registering for the same, because it contains all the information which you will be requiring while filling the form. Now, as you can see here, the dates are also mentioned for the online registration. So it says that 6 April to 6 May are the dates for registering for the CUET UG 2022 examination. So you can access all the information in the information bulletin likewise. Now move to the next section, which is the syllabus. So here in the syllabus section, you can see all the subjects and their syllabus, and you can also view and download the syllabus in the PDF format. So if in case if you are applying for accountancy and accountancy is one of your subject, so here you can click on the button and you can access the syllabus of accountancy. Likewise, you can do it for all other domain subjects or the subjects. The next section is for the universities. So here you can see the list of participating university, and in case if you want to search a university which is participating in CUET, you can just type the university name in the quick search field. Like here I am writing the name of University of Delhi. So in case if I want to apply for a course in University of Delhi, I'll just write the university name here in the quick search bar, and you can see a card of the university will appear here in my screen if the university is participating in the CUET. So once I'll click on it, I'll be able to see the page for the University of Delhi, and here important note for all the candidate, like it is necessary for you to understood all the eligibility criteria, qualification and condition before applying for a respective degree in a university. So you need to go through all the eligibility criteria and the syllabus for it, and you also need to see the domain subjects for appearing on the examination. So here you can see in the program information, we can have all the list of programs which are being offered by the university. Like here we have different columns like degree, program, courses offered, and the domain subjects. So in case if you want to apply for any of the degree from University of Delhi, you will just scroll down and you can check the list of degrees which are being offered in the University of Delhi. So likewise you can see the degree name, the program and course offered in the university, and then you can also see the list of domain subjects for which you need to appear in the CUET examination for applying for this particular course in the university. So here you can see the course. Now if in case you have any doubt or you want to see these details in university website, you can just click on the university website button. So here the next section is the application guide. So here you can access the application guide which guides you to fill the application form correctly. So here all the fields of the form are covered. So in case if you want to check or if you have any query related to the application submission, you can go through this application guide, and the same guide is being demonstrated and is being discussed in this complete video, so you can also go through it. Apart from the application guide, we have the next section which is FAQ. So here in the FAQ, you can see all the frequently asked questions and their responses in the FAQ PDF. So in case if you have any query related to the form submission or the eligibility criteria, you can just search your query over here and you can find your response for the queries. So all the FAQs are mentioned in this PDF. In case of queries, you can refer to the FAQ. The next section is contact us. So if you have any technical difficulty in paying your fee, so you can directly contact the bank, and the contact details are provided here for the troubleshooting. So here you can see that we have help desk for the SBI. Similarly, we have the help desk for another banks also, like we have the help desk for Canara Bank and etc. So you can just directly call these customer care numbers, or you can SMS them in case of any query or the difficulty in payments. Apart from it, the contact details of NTA are also visible in the form of email ID and contact number. So in case of queries, you can directly reach out to NTA as well. So the help desk details are provided here. After completing these details and checking these details, the step 1 will be registration form. So you need to register yourself before applying for the CUET 2022 examination. So we have 3 major steps in the whole process of CUET 2022 UG application. So first you need to register yourself from this registration section. After that, you need to complete your application form and fill all the section of the application form one by one and carefully, and then you have to pay your fee, and after paying the fee you can complete your application. Apart from it, you can download the information bulletin from here as well, and you need to go through all these guidelines before filling the examination form, and you must ensure that you have understood all the guidelines carefully, because because once you will enter the details in your application and you submit that application after paying the fee, no details can be changed or altered. So you need to make sure that you fill all the details correctly and carefully. So we'll go one by one with all these guidelines. So first guideline itself says that you need to read all the instructions carefully and fill the form accordingly. And in case of query, you can just contact the information center and see the information bulletin on the NTA website. If you will not follow the instruction, or if there will be any discrepancy in your application form, your application will get disqualified, or it will be considered as invalid. So you need to make sure that you fill the details correctly and as per the guidelines. Now the second guideline says that only online mode is applicable for registering for the CUET examination. So you need to make sure that you only submit your form from the cuet.summer.ac.in, and no other means is being catered for the same. Now once you have read all the guidelines carefully, you have to submit the application form. Now here in the application form, you need to check that all the details are being filled correctly and in all the section. So in application form, we have a different section, like we have personal details, where the candidate need to fill their personal details, and if they belong to any quota, they need to fill it in their personal detail. Then we have the educational details, where you need to mention your 10th and 12th mark sheet. Then we have the third, that is university and program selection. So once you mention your personal detail and education detail, now you have to select the university and the program for which you want to opt in the university. So you will be selecting it in the third section. Then we have the test paper and subject selection. Once you have selected the university and the program for which you want to apply, you have to select the test paper and you have to select the subjects for which you will be giving the exam in the CUET UG 2022 exam. Now we have fifth section, which is the exam center selection. Once you have selected your test papers and subjects, you need to select your exam center where you will be giving the CUET examination. So you will be selecting exam center from the drop downs. Then finally you need to upload your document in the system, which will include your photo and your signature, which should be in the JPEG format, and their size should be 10 KB to 200 KB for the photograph and 4 KB to 30 KB for the signature. And apart from it, if you are uploading any category certificate or the PWBD certificate, that size should be 50 KB to 300 KB and the file format should be PDF. So you need to make sure for these guidelines while uploading your documents in the system. And you have to make sure that all the photographs and signature which you are uploading are correct and are the latest, so you do not face any difficulty in the further process. And your photo should be clearly visible. It should be 80% visible till your shoulders, and it can be in the color or the black and white, but you need to make sure that it is latest photo and your ears are clearly visible in the photo with the white background. So you need to make sure it while uploading the photo. And please check your photograph and signature before submission of application form. In case the photograph or signature is blurred or not visible to identify the identity of the candidate, then the application can be rejected. So you need to make sure that all the uploads which you are providing are correct and are visible enough. Now the third step is the fee payment. In the application form itself, while selecting the test paper, you should note down the subject or degree in which you want to take admission and select the test paper accordingly. You can check the respective university website for the eligibility criteria and the courses which are being offered as told earlier. So you need to make sure that the paper selection is based on the subject which you want to opt in. Once you have completed the step 2, that is application form, the third and the final step of online application will be the fee payment. So you have to pay your fees according to the slots, and the final fee will appear on your screen, and then you need to pay your fees. So once you will complete your fee submission, then only your application form will be considered as submitted. So you need to make sure that you pay your fees and check all the details carefully before proceeding to the fee payment. All the candidates must ensure that they have provided their correct email address and the mobile number, because all the OTPs related to the application will be forwarded to the registered email address and the mobile number. So you need to make sure that you provide your own email ID and mobile number, and it should be correct and validated. And you need to make sure that all the details which you have entered are correct, because you will not be allowed to modify any detail once the form will be submitted. While registering, you need to select the password. You need to enter the password. So while entering the password, you need password policy, which says that the password must be 8 to 13 character longs, and you can just go through the password policy before creating the password. And in case if you want to reset your password or you have forgotten your password, you can just go to the security question and answer that security question. You can use a verification code sent to your mobile number and the email. So that is why it is very necessary to enter your own registered email address or mobile number, because all the information related to the form will be forwarded to your registered credentials. And you need to make sure that you write your application number, your password and your security question for the future reference. In case if you forgot the details, you can retrieve them from the reset password button, but you need to write down all your details for your reference. Now once you have read all the details and all the guidelines mentioned in this registration page, you have to check this declaration, and then you need to click on the click here to proceed button to proceed with the registration form. Now you can see this is the registration form on your screen. So as you can see, we have 3 processes in the complete application form. First is online registration, then we have application form, and then we have the submission. So first I am registering myself. I have to write my name, then my father's name, mother's name, guardian's name if any. Then I need to select the date of birth. So candidate can select the date of birth from this particular drop down, and then I need to select my gender, nationality, identity type, whether it is PAN card, school ID, I can select any of it from the drop down, and for it I need to write the valid identification number as well. So I'll select my document carefully. Currently I am selecting school ID card, so I am writing here my enrollment number of my school. So I have written the roll number or the enrollment number for the school ID card, which was provided as identity type. Now here I will write my address. So I'll write the address for premises number and the name. So candidates should make sure that the address added by them is correct, and there is no discrepancy in the provided address. So select your country from the drop down, then select your state and union territory, district, pin code, and then you need to enter your email address, which should be correct and validated. Then you need to confirm your email address by re-entering it in this particular field. Then you need to write your mobile number, and you should make sure that the mobile number which you are entering is correct and active for the OTPs. Then I need to confirm my mobile number, and in case of any alternate contact number, I can write it here in this field. Then you need to write your permanent address, and if the permanent address is same as present address, just tick this box. Now here I need to choose my password, and the password should be selected as per the password policy. So you can also see the password policy here. So you need to follow it while creating the password. It says that you should have 8 to 13 characters, special character, uppercase character, lowercase character, and some numeric value. So you have to create your password accordingly. Then confirm your password which you have just entered, and you have to select a security question. So if you forgot your password, you can easily retrieve it with the help of security question. So you need to make sure to write your password and your security question somewhere so that you never forget it. So just write your security answer for the question which you have selected. After entering the password details, just write the security pin in the text field and submit it to register yourself. So once you will click on submit, you can see the preview of registration page. So here you can see review page for online registration form. Now you have to verify all the details provided by you. You can go through these details one by one, and once you will see all the details and you have verified them, you need to scroll down, and here you need to check all the boxes, and you need to check the checklist for all the fields which you have just verified. So I am just checking them one by one, and also I have checked the declaration, and then I'll click on submit and send OTP to mobile for complete the registration process. In case I want to edit any of the detail, I can just click on edit registration detail button. Now I'll just click on submit and send OTP to mobile, and the OTP will get forwarded to my registered mobile number. It says that please verify your details if you want to proceed. So you need to verify your details carefully because the details cannot be changed. Now I have submitted it, and the verification code has been sent to my registered mobile number. So here while scrolling down, I can write my OTP here which is forwarded to my account, and then I need to write this security code, and then I need to click on submit to register myself on the portal. So after registration, I will be able to complete the application form. So here you can see the registration is completed, and I can see my application number. So here I need to write down my application numbers for future reference, and I can see that it shows me this is your registration, and then I need to complete the application form, and then I need to pay the fees. So only first step is completed till now. Now I need to proceed for the application form. Here you can also see the verify email ID option is also there. So you need to verify your email address before proceeding to the application form. So write down your email address which you have just entered while registering, and then confirm it. After writing the email address, write this security code in the drop down in the text field, and then click on verify button. So once you click on verify, the OTP will be forwarded to your registered email address. So you need to write that verification code over here in this field to verify your email ID. So as you can see, this is the email which I have received for the verification. So here I can see that I have registered myself and step 1 is completed. So this automated email is received to me for the information and for the application number. So it says that registration completed, but the application form and exemption fee, application form and fee is incomplete. So here you can see that email verification has been sent for verifying the email address. So I'll just copy this OTP and I'll just paste it over here. Then I need to enter this CAPTCHA code and I need to verify it. So you can see email ID verified successfully. Now my email address is verified and I can proceed for the application form. Now the step 2 of the whole process will be application form submission. So just click on continue application form button to proceed with the application form. So here you can see the application form screen is there in my window. So here first I need to enter my personal detail, which include my name, my date of birth which is being fetched from the registration section, my gender, nationality. Then I need to select my category, and if I belong to PWD category I need to select yes, otherwise I'll select no. Then the father's name is being fetched by the registration window, and here I need to enter the father's qualification. I have selected the qualification from the drop down. Now I will select the occupation, and same I need to do for the mother's qualification and mother's occupation. In case of any guardian, you can write their name over here, and then you need to select your annual family income from this drop down. In case if you are a twin, if you have any twin brother or sister, you can select yes, otherwise select no, and select the domicile state from the drop down from where you belong. Then you need to select if you are diabetic or not. You need to select yes or no from the drop down. Then you need to select your place of residence, whether it is urban or rural. You need to select it from the drop down. Then mode of preparation is to be selected, whether you are preparing by self or you have some individual tuition. So you need to select the mode of preparation. And after selecting the mode of preparation, just select the medium of study in qualifying examination. So which medium of study you require in the qualifying examination, you need to select it over here. I need my exam to be in English, so I'll just select English over here. Then I need to enter the present address detail, which is already being fetched by the registration section, and then you can see you have to verify your address. Then you can proceed to the permanent address details. So if case it is same, just check this box. And if you belong to any quota or category, you can mention it here in the other quota and category section. So if you belong to the below poverty line, that is BPL, just select yes from the drop down, otherwise select no. If in case you are a Kashmiri migrant, you can select yes, otherwise no. If your parents work in defense or they are ex-servicemen, just select no, yes, or otherwise no. Then claim for NCC quota. If you belong to NCC quota, select yes, otherwise no. Then if you come from a sports quota, then in that case you need to select yes, and if not, you have to select no. So if you select yes, you need to also select the level of sport achievement from the drop down. In case if my parent work in university, so I need to select yes, otherwise I'll select no. And after adding the quota and category details, I'll just save these details, and once I'll verify it and then I'll save it. Now I have saved the detail and I can see the personal detail preview. So I need to verify all the details added by me, and in case if I want to update any detail, I need to just click on update personal form, and or I can proceed to the education detail in case all the details are correct. So here you can see this is the next section of application form, that is education detail. So it include all the education qualification details. So here I need to first add the result status of class 10th, passing year of class 10th, qualifying exam, then place of schooling is to be selected. Then I need to select the type of school from the drop down, whether it is urban or rural. Then I need to select the type of school or college, qualifying examination country, qualifying examination state, qualifying examination district is to be selected from the drop down, and the board name is to be selected. So you can select your board name. Currently I am selecting CBSE. You have to write the name of your school or college from which you have passed your 10th class. So I am just writing GJSS. Then you need to enter the school college pin code over here, then your roll number, and then you need to select result mode from the drop down, whether it is percentage or grade. In case if you will select percentage, you need to write the maximum marks which you can obtain. For example, it can be 500, and then you need to write the marks which are obtained by you, and then the percentage will get automatically calculated. Same goes for the grades. Here you need to select the maximum grade point and the CGPA obtained by you, and here you need to write the CGPA equivalent percentage in the text field. So currently I am just selecting the percentage and I am writing as 100, 500 being the maximum marks, and the marks obtained by me are 400, and here you can see the percentage is automatically calculated as 80%. Now I can proceed for the class 12th details, and here I need to select the result status, whether I am appearing in 12th or I have passed my 12th class. So I'll select the result status. Then the passing year is to be selected, qualifying exam, and similar like 10th detail, you need to select your place of schooling, type of school and college, qualifying examination country, qualifying examination state and district. Board name is to be selected. I'm selecting CBSE. Then you need to select school and college name and address, school pin code, roll number of your school, and then your result mode, whether percentage or the grade. So I'm writing percentage. So out of 500 I have scored 400, so the marks are calculated over here, and now I'll save the details. So I can see in the education detail preview, I can check all my details, I can verify them, and if in case I want to update, I can click on update button and update the detail. Otherwise I'll proceed to the next section, which is university and program selection. And you can select the university name from this drop down, and you can select your program name from this particular drop down. So let's go through the important note. First, you need to check that you follow all the eligibility criteria and qualification and condition. In case if you want to know it in detail, you can just go to the university website and check for the eligibility criteria of a particular program, and then you need to select the university name from here, and then select the program code for which you want to apply. Let me just select the Central University of Haryana, and I have selected the university name. Now I'll select the program name for which I want to apply. So I am just selecting BTech Computer Science, and I'll click on add button to add this university name and program name here. Similarly, I can add multiple university and program name as per my eligibility criteria. So I'll add them one by one using the add button. So I can add any number of the courses or program or university name as far as my eligibility is suited for it. Now I'll click on university program selection preview. Here I can preview all the universities which I have selected and the programs which I have opted, and I need to verify it. And if I want to update, I can just update it, or I'll proceed to the next section, which is test paper and subject selection. So here you can see that you need to select your test paper or the subjects for the CUET examination, and you need to just go through this particular note which says that first slot have maximum 4 tests and second slot have maximum 5 tests. So you need to read all these details carefully, and then only you have to select your test paper as per the eligibility criteria. A candidate can choose a maximum of any 3 languages from section IA and IB taken together. So you need to read all these details carefully, and then you need to select your first slot. So first select your language, a language course to be selected. So I am selecting English. Then you need to select the domain specific subject for the courses which you are opting as per your eligibility criteria. So I need to select the domain subject. I have selected it as computer science. Then I need to select that domain specific subject 2. And if I want to apply for the general test, I'll just select yes, otherwise I'll select no. Now let's select the test paper for the second slot. So here first I need to select for the second slot. So I'll first select the additional language from the drop down. So I have already selected English, so I cannot select it. So I'll just select Hindi over here, and then I need to add one more additional language, domain specific subject 4 and the domain specific subject 5 for the second slot of examination. Once I have selected all the domain subjects and subjects, I'll click this declaration that I have read it carefully and I am just applying as per my eligibility, and then I will preview this particular section, and after verifying the details I will proceed to the next section. In case updates are required, you can just update it from this button. Now the next section is examination center selection. So once you have selected your test papers, now you have to select your examination center. So you need to just first select the question paper medium in which you want to give your examination. So I'll just select English from here, and then I need to write my city preference for the exam center. So it will automatically reflect the nearest city as per your address. So here it shows me Delhi, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. So I will select the city preferences one by one. First I have selected Delhi, then I'll select city under it. Then I have to select the preference 2, preference 3 and preference 4. So after selecting the exam center details, I'll just click on save button to preview these details, and in case I want to update, I can just update, otherwise I can proceed to the next section. Now the next and final section of application form is the upload. So here you can see we have instruction for the uploads. The photo and signature size is mentioned, that photo should be in 10 KB to 200 KB limit, signature must be 4 KB to 30 KB, and in case if you are uploading any document or the certificate, that should be in the PDF format with the 50 KB to 300 KB of limits. So you can upload your documents by clicking on the select file button here, and you need to that your photograph is 80% visible with your face and it is clear and not blur in any case, otherwise your form will be rejected or it will be not considered for the further process. So just click on select file and just select the photo which you want to upload, and then you need to select the file for the signature. Select the signature, and then after uploading it, you need to click on preview and you can preview your application form over here. Here you can see my application form number is also visible and application status is not submitted because I have not paid my fees. So once I will submit my fees, my application will get completed. So here in the preview section, I need to go through all the details submitted by me, including my photos, my signature, that they are uploaded correctly and they are not blurred. I need to go through all the details which I have provided in the whole application form, like my personal details, education detail, university and program selection, test paper or subject selection, exam center selection and the documents. So I need to go through all of it, and then here I can see the fee detail and the amount which I need to pay for my CUET 2022 examination. So once I have verified the details, I will check all the checklists one by one that I have verified all the details. So just check these boxes. And after checking the details, you can proceed with the payment, and in case of update, you can also update your application form. Now let's proceed to the payment. So it says that no modification will be allowed after the final submission. So you need to make sure that all the details uploaded by you or updated by you in the system are correct and best of your knowledge, because these details will not be modified under any circumstances after submitting the application form. So just go through the details and proceed for the payment. Now the final step is step 3, that is fee payment. So here I can check my details and the amount which I need to pay. So here you can see total amount to be paid is 1300. So I can select any of the bank from the button and then I can do my payment accordingly. Once you will complete your payment, you will be redirected to your dashboard, and here you can see that your form is submitted and you have completed all 3 steps of the form, and now your form is finally submitted. And you can see the fee is also paid. In case if you want to see the transaction detail, you can just scroll down a bit. You can download your confirmation page or the print of application from this button in the form of PDF. It will also get forwarded to your registered email address. You can check your payments from my payments option, and here you can see your transaction detail for the payments which you have done for your form. And if you, in case you want to add the university or program in your form which you forgot to add earlier or you missed to add, so you can just click on add university program button and add the respective university and program as per your eligibility even after submitting your form. You can select your university name from the drop down, and you can select your program name which you want to add. Then just click on add, and you can add multiple number of university and program in your existing application after fee submission. So you can see it is being reflected here, and then I'll click on view preview, and then I can preview this, that my university and program is added. In case if I have any query or I have any difficulty, I can just call the help desk, or I can just raise my issues from here. I need to just select my topic, and then I can go for the queries, or I can have the resolution from the technical team. So this is how you can complete all your process for the CUET UG 2022 application. And all the best for your examination. I hope you understood the whole process. Apart from it, once you have completed your registration, you will be able to see the confirmation email. Here you will be able to see your application number and your application PDF. You can download it from here, and you can see all the details in the email also. So this was the complete process of CUET UG 2022 exam form submission, or the application form submission. I hope you understood the whole process, and all the best for your exam.